Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 6, Episode 13. It's titled Modern Romance. Where'd they get that from? I don't know, but let's get started. First up is Cleo and Kristen. They want to go to cosplay, so they go to a costume store to get costumes. My friends and I are going to the Maryland Renaissance Fair Saturday. I can't wait. I'm going to be the only one dressed up. They're not going to dress up. You can tell I like to dress up. So I'm going to dress up. They're not going to dress up. And I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. But I digress. It's not about me. It's about Cleo and Kristen. Let's get back to them. So, they're going to be dressed as 1920s gangsters. And Kristen says, me and my floozy. And Chloe's like, what's a floozy? A floozy's a prostitute, Cleo. He says he tells her that a floozy's a skank. She goes, oh, but you don't know what a skank is. A skank is a dirty female, isn't she? Mm-hmm. Okay, so poor Cleo. She don't know what a skank is. So they look good dressed up as 1920 gangsters. But when Kristen put on a knight's costume, Cleo said she can't believe she found somebody this good looking. She is so into him. So he gives her a gift. It's a sterling silver necklace. And it's nice. That's really, really nice. But why did he give it to her at that time in the costume place? Why did he do that? He told her he wanted to show his love for her. And Cleo was so in awe when he said the word love. She gave him a hug. He put the necklace around her neck. And he kissed her. And she wants him to commit to her before he goes back to the States. Next scene, they are food shopping for Thanksgiving. I don't think she knows anything about Thanksgiving. So I guess this is her first Thanksgiving. And he's going to be cooking. So after that, Cleo goes to class, and Kristen goes to a pub. 4 hours later, Cleo comes home, Kristen is home, and he's tipsy. He pours her a glass of wine and tells her that when he was at the pub, he met an American girl, and the American girl looked like Stellar. He said he met him, could be her, American in London. Well, he said he met an American girl, and he invited her for Thanksgiving. She is pissed. Well, she's not pissed. She's not happy about it. I would have been pissed. Okay? Next up is Nicola and Misha. We pick up where we left off. They're in his mom's house, and the brothers are asking him, "How do you know Misha? Where do you know her from? Where's she come from? She just pop up, So he tells his brothers the entire story of how he met Misha online, and how they started talking, started dating, and now they're getting ready to get engaged. They can't believe it. They're like, wow, they just don't believe it. So then, the mother is sitting there. She doesn't know what's going on because she doesn't speak English. So then Misha tells the brothers to tell your mother. So they told the mother, well, the brother said, in 10 days, they'll be engaged. That's all the brother told the mother. And the mother said, tell her that I'm happy for her. I'm happy for them. So everybody's happy and they're smiling. So a brother asked them, where will they live? And Misha said, we'll be living in the United States. And the brother tells the mother that if he marries her, they will fly away and never return. And the brother is too dramatic. He's too dramatic. And he's trying to start trouble. Nicola can come back to visit his mom, and his mom can come to the States to visit him. The mother said, I wish him a great life. And then she said, I will come to America. She'll come and visit. Then they all laugh. In his confessional, Nicola said when he explains that Misha is divorced and has kids and is not a virgin, he is worried if they will accept her. So he tells his brothers that Misha is divorced and not a virgin. Now, I think I didn't go back and check, but I wrote down he said that she's divorced and not a virgin. But then the brother told the mother that Misha is divorced with 2 kids. I don't think he had said that. I said she's divorced and she's not a... But anywho, The mother said, so what? And I'm liking the mother. She seems more down to earth than the men are. So I guess this virgin thing is not a culture thing. It's a man's thing, because usually the woman goes to the marriage bed a virgin, but this time it's the man that's going to the wedding bed a virgin. I said the mother said she told Nicola all the time to go get married. The mother said she's happy that he's going to get married before she dies, and he is not young. She said he's old, he's not young. And I was saying the same thing. Nicola is 100 years old. How which virgin is he going to find to marry at his age? The mother said, you can't judge her for being married with kids. And also, where is his father? Did his father pass, or did his father divorce his mother? Because if his father divorced his mother, then his mother and Misha are in the same boat. They're divorced with sons. She's divorced with sons. Misha's divorced with girls. So if the father hasn't passed and they're divorced, she's in the same boat as Misha. So now, Misha thinks that Nicola is the one that has the problem with her, not the family. What I think Nicola is scared of change. He is terrified of leaving his mother's house. He is terrified of coming to the States and having to get a job. He's just a terrified person. He wants to stay in his mom's house and live the life. And he loves where he lives. He's always taking her here and showing her this and showing her that. And he's so proud of where he lives. He doesn't want to leave and go to America. He doesn't. Next, Nicola took Misha to a city where he grew up. And then they go to a restaurant and Misha confronts Nicola. She told him that he wanted his family to dislike her. And she asked me if he's the one that's bothered by her past. And he said no. He said he is worried that she may not want to marry him now because he wasn't affectionate to her when they were at his mom's house. Next is David and Sheila. So David goes shopping alone without the translator. He said the translator was busy. But if the translator is busy, why don't he get another translator? I'm pretty sure there's other translator in Vietnam. No, where are they? Philippines. In the Philippines. If one translator is busy, get another one. So he asked the cab driver where can he goes to buy a ring when the cab driver dropped him off. And the cab driver just pointed down the street. What I would have done is told the cab driver to pick me up in about 30 minutes. Because how is he going to get a cab now? Because the guy at the hotel is the one that got the cab for him. So he finds a jewelry store and he uses his translator app to tell the lady what he wanted. He plans on proposing on a getaway. If everything goes okay, he's going to pop the question to Sheila. And he had a hard time communicating with the sales lady, but they finally got it together, and he paid $83 American dollars for a ring for Sheila. He's worried that it's not the right time to propose to her because her mom just died, and her son does not want to come to the States. Next scene, they are on their way to their little romantic getaway. And Sheila asks David, before they leave, Sheila asks David if it's okay that Emery, the translator, don't come with them because she wants to be alone with them. Plus, she's jealous of the translator because the translator can talk to him and she can't talk to him. Well, guess what? You should have learned sign language because the translator says she learned in 3 months and you don't have a job, you don't clean up your house, so you have nothing else to do. The least you could have done was learn sign language. I don't like Sheila. She been talking to him for how many years? 2 years online, and she ain't learned no sign language? Girl. I think Sheila is pathetic. So David agrees not to let Emery come because he does want some private time alone with Sheila. And he wants her to learn how to sign too. He wants her to not be dependent on Emery to translate for them and not depend on the app. In her confessional, she said when so then they're on the bus on their way to their getaway, and David is telling her all the stuff that he wants to do. He wants to go in the water, he wants to go to the bar, he wants to go have a good restaurant, go to a nice hotel, and he wants to have sex. And in her confessional, Sheila said that when she tried to have sex with him, it didn't work because it was too painful. He was too big. Girl, you need lube. You need some lube. She said he has an American penis. She's so ignorant. What does she think? All American men have huge penises? She's just ignorant. So 3 hours later, they get to the the getaway. It's a beautiful place. They go to their room, nice room. And David told her not to use her phone to talk to him. She needs to try and practice using her sign language. David asked her, so they're trying, she's trying to understand him and she's trying to sign. And he asked her, why didn't she learn sign language? She goes, oh, we were texting, that's why I didn't learn it. She's pathetic. She's lazy. That's no friggin' excuse. Sits on her ass all day long and do nothing and can't learn sign language. Next is Gino and Jasmine. So Jasmine is giving Gino a spa day. And the only reason she's doing it is because she's trying to butter him up because she wants him to pay for the rent for the apartment. I guess he's letting her know, no, we're going to downsize and we're not going to be paying $3,000 a month for this apartment. So she's trying to butter him up. She's, giving him a facial, rubbing his hands, rubbing his legs and stuff, trying to, butter him up. And he said, get your phone and look for a cheaper apartment. And, but she wants to stay in the apartment until her visa gets approved. So, they start to argue. She's harping on, how she wants to stay in the apartment. He told her that she's spoiled. So she starts telling him about how he pays for his ex-girlfriend for this, and he pays for his ex-girlfriend for that, and he was on the site Sugar Mama Baby or whatever, and he was paying $300 for a date, so he can afford to pay $3,000 for her apartment. And he's not budging. He's putting his foot down, and she calls him she gets mad and she calls him a effing piece of shit. She called him an effing piece of trash. He tells her she's trash. She goes to the closet and starts throwing his clothes on the floor. He goes to her closet and starts throwing her clothes on the floor. And then she goes into the bathroom and starts screaming. She starts screaming at him and then she slams the door in his face. And then she comes out of the bathroom yelling and screaming and crying. And she called him a cheap weirdo. A cheap weirdo mother effer. And then she said, F you. And she told him, effing leave her effing house, and she didn't want him here. And she told him to get out of her house. Then she goes into the bathroom and shut the door. Gino walks off and said, I don't want this. I don't want to. He says, I'm done with this. Then Jasmine opens up the bathroom door and throws out his toothbrush and then shuts the door again. And all this, and we know that he's going to give in to Jasmine because he always does. Then Gino is sitting on the couch and Jasmine comes out of the bathroom and she sits on the couch and she starts to bawl. And tears always get Gino. So they start to argue again. But he put his foot down and he told her that he's not going to. He told her that he's going. She needs to go look for a cheaper apartment. So now they're in a confessional, sitting side by side, and she said she should be first in his life. He said, "No, you're evil with my family." Why? What did he say that for? She didn't like that. They started arguing again, and they cussed at each other. Then Gino tried to get up and walk away. He tried to get up and walk off, and she told him that his family is trash. He told her that she's trash. They called each other an idiot. They told each other to F you. She told him that he is a piece of shit. She is going to go F her ex, is what she said. She said she's going to, going back to her ex. He told her to go to hell. He told her to go F herself. He told her he didn't need her. She told him that she has a video of her and Dane that was a month ago. And he called her a effing whore. She goes outside, sits on a park bench and starts to cry. Next is Riley and Violet. So they meet up at a market. She let him try a piece of fruit. He didn't like the fruit. He said the fruit tastes like dog shit fried with garlic. How does he know what dog shit tastes like? And he said the market stinks. And the whole time he's sitting there talking to her, he has a towel over his nose because he said the market stinks. And every time they're having a good time, he has to spoil it. Riley's just a miserable person. He's always bitching, moaning, and griping about something. He just doesn't know how to be happy. So she says to him, I don't know why you always think, she said, I don't know why you always think bad things. And he's getting pissed. He said, are you asking me a question? Be all sarcastic. She told him, no, I'm not asking you a question. I'm just telling you how I feel. And she told him that she is honest and he doesn't believe her. And he said, believe you about what? You don't believe her about anything. What do you mean believe her about what? You don't believe her about anything. She said, you don't believe me about anything. And she is definitely right. He asked her about the divorce thing, why she said she was divorced when she wasn't divorced. She explained that to him. He didn't believe her. He asked her about the shirtless guy. She explained that to him. He didn't believe her. Him and Tiffany grilled her about why she didn't delete the app. They didn't believe her. He asked her why she sent a text, if she regrets sending a text to his father. She said no. He doesn't like that answer. He wants a different answer. But guess what? He's still with her. So they should be good right now. They should be good now. No, they're not good. She tells him that she's a very kind person, but he doesn't trust her, and she asks him what happened to him for him to be so untrustworthy. So he tells her about his ex that cheated on him. So she says, just because that one girl was bad don't mean all women are bad. He said, I don't think all women are bad, but you got to prove to me that I can trust you. And he said, and that's the way I get trust is by asking questions. So she said, okay, what do you want to know? What questions do you want to ask me? He said, do you feel any regret for sending my father the text? She already told you no, she doesn't have any regrets. But he wants her to say yes. She feels regret. She regrets sending the text. She already told him no, but he wants her to say yes. He hasn't gotten the answer that he wants, so he's going to keep grilling her until he gets the answer. So she finally says, yes, I feel guilty, and she apologized, just to shut his ass up. This, you know what? I can't with him. This is not the type of person I could deal with. I could never, ever deal with somebody like this. Next scene, they go on a tour bus, and they're having a good time. But Riley has to F it up. He tells her that he thought about hiring a private investigator. Why did he tell her? You didn't hire the investigator, so why tell her? So he told her he was thinking about hiring a private investigator. She gets pissed. She says, we don't do that to each other in Vietnam. And he tries to explain himself. And she doesn't want to hear it. She's ready to go home now. She says she's ready to go home. Matt Riley is a miserable son of a bitch. All he wants to do is fight. He wants to always fight. He enjoys fussing and fighting and causing chaos. And he's still talking to her, and she told him to be quiet. She said, don't talk to me anymore. Next up last is Razvan and Amanda. So it's like, it looks like Amanda is in a hotel room. Razvan walks into the room, and he gives her either coffee or tea, and she takes it, and she doesn't even say thank you. She has no damn manners. I heard a whole bunch of stuff about her. I heard when she was 19 in Florida, she beat some girl up, and she got arrested for it. Her and some guy beat some girl up, and they got arrested. And I heard that she was seeing Razvan when her husband was still alive. I don't believe that. I don't believe that one, but that's what they say. That's what I heard. So Razvan told her that somebody sent a message. Okay. So Razvan told her, you tell me you love me, and you say some hurtful things to me. And she told him that she doesn't do anything, that he doesn't provide for his family. Is her kids his? She says he doesn't provide for his family. So she wants him to provide for her and her kids. He's not American, and he's coming to the United States. He can't just, boom, get a job and start supporting you and your kids. It's going to take a while before he can get a job. And before he gets a job, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to have to support him until he gets a job. She's full of shit, though. She wasn't thinking about all that when she was sending him stuff on TikTok, and when she was sending him pictures of herself in lingerie, and when she was having her kids talk to him on the phone, and when she got her ticket to fly to come see him, and when she came over here and see him and had sex with him. She wasn't thinking about her husband then, but all of a sudden, she's thinking about her husband, and she's crying. Girl, bye. You're maybe she just didn't enjoy having sex with him. Maybe that's why she wants to break up with him. I don't understand. Well, all of a sudden he doesn't understand either. He told her, I never asked you for anything, so why do you think I'm going to come to the States and rely on you? He said, I don't rely on anybody. I don't rely on my parents. I rely on myself. And then she smiles and tells me, you're missing my point. I think she wants him to beg and grovel. She likes it when he cries. She likes it to bring him up and then drop him down, and bring him up, and that's the type of person she is. He told her then, okay, so you tell me what the point is. Because she says, you're missing my point. So he said, tell me what the point is. And then she says nothing. Because she's full of shit. He told her that she compared him to her husband, and it's not fair. He said all he wants from her is her support in his career. He wants her to just support him that way. Not support him financially, just give him emotional support or whatever. She tells him that they are not right for each other, but she doesn't tell him the reason why they're not right for each other. So he starts to cry. He told her that he doesn't understand what he did wrong. He did nothing wrong. She's just trying to be controlling. She wants him to be pissed, then she wants him to be happy. Then she wants him to be pissed, then she wants him to be happy. She wants to be able to control his emotion, to control him. That's the type of person she is. And then she goes, maybe she's scared. She tells him maybe she's scared of getting into a relationship. Then she starts to cry crocodile tears. So then he asked her if she wanted to go back to the Airbnb. She says, do you want me to come back to the Airbnb? So he said, yeah, let's pack your stuff. So they go back to the Airbnb. She just wants to be able to control this man, to control his emotion. That's how she feels loved. If she can control him, she feels like he loves her. That's what that is. Next thing, they're on their way back to the Airbnb. They're driving, and she's talking, and she's crying, and she's talking, and she's crying. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Oh, my husband. You wasn't thinking about your husband when you were sending him lingerie pictures. You wasn't thinking about your husband when you was having sex with him. You wasn't thinking about your husband when you had the kids on the phone talking to him, trying to get... Girl, bye. So then they get to the Airbnb, and she brought him down low, and now he's feeling low. Now she wants to bring him back up. So she's trying to cuddle up to him and kiss him all over his neck and stuff. And he can't snap out of it because he's hurt. She thinks she can snap him out of his bad mood. She can't do it because she said some hurtful things to him, and he can't just snap out of it. So he says, I'm going to go take a shower, and then I'm going to go to bed, because they have to go the next day to meet his parents. And now she's worried that, oh shit, she pissed him off so bad she can't snap him out of it. And now she's worried. And she should be worried because she's a psycho. She is a definite psycho. This is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.